Today I found a $15 wireless barebone keyboard kit. This is the CIY Tester 68, a wireless only kit from China that I found locally for just $15, but it is also available on AliExpress if you want to buy it, so I'll leave that in the description below. The thing that caught my attention with this keyboard is the fact that it uses a dongle for Bluetooth connection and the fact that it has 5-pin universal hotswap, meaning that you will be able to fit any switches rather than just Otomu switches on this keyboard. But let's start with the unboxing itself. Opening the packaging, I noticed an eerily similar box. Anyways, it came in a brown box with more branding on it this time rather than just a 7 keyboard. Inside the box itself is a keyboard wrapped in foam and nothing else, so no keycap or switch puller and no cable. So let's just hope that they spent all the money that they could spend on that on the keyboard itself. So let's start by actually taking apart the keyboard. There are some screws at the top to take out the plate, and underneath the plate is actually some silicone, not foam. So interesting choice. Those screws aren't enough to take out the PCB, however, because turns out there is 2 more screws on top of the PCB to take them out. Under the PCB were also some foam and also the cable to the battery, so if you're opening it, be careful to not rip apart the battery cable. Since it was not hollow and I felt no need to mod anything else there, I just decided to close it back up. Looking at the PCB though, it was quite weird how they have some extra holes. It was almost like if they punched the holes incorrectly and just punched another one in the right place. It's fine though, since it doesn't really matter to the functionality of the keyboard. But with that said, let's actually just build the keyboard. The keyboard itself came with this holy panda colored stabilizers, which disappointed me. It feels terrible, and I'm not sure if I could fix this, and even if I could, it would take a long time, trust me. And also, I was too lazy to just fix them, so I opted to just swap them out with direct piano stabilizers. These stabilizers have been lubed and wholly modded, so yeah. They don't fit very well though with the plate for some reason, so I had to sand some parts of the stabilizers down, and after some fixing, I got them to fit. Anyways, for the switch, the only switch I had laying around at the time was Tecsee ice candy switches, so we'll just use that. The switches have been filmed and lubed with 205 grade 0. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough of the ice candy switches because they're expensive, so I filled the rest with KTT content roses. For the keycap, since the switches are north facing, I chose to just go with XDA profile keycaps, and these are the only XDA profile keycaps I had around. And it's done. To connect the keyboard, all we have to do is pop out this little part at the back and plug the dongle onto the PC or laptop. Before we turn on the keyboard, however, as you can see, there is no plug to charge the keyboard anywhere. And yes, this means that the keyboard uses batteries. And what's more is that the keyboard uses 2 AAA batteries for power, which will work fine, but I will not comment on how long they will last. Anyways, once we got them in, just switch the keyboard to on and we should be able to use it instantly. And since we're using a dongle for connection, even though it's wireless, the delay is kept to the minimum. I'll show some Osu gameplay using this keyboard at the end of the video to back me up on that. Anyways, with that said, here's a typing test. I'd say it sounds pretty decent. So like the last video, I want to end this video off with my personal conclusion. In the end, it is just exactly what you paid for. Nothing more, nothing less. If you want to try to make a keyboard yourself, but you don't want to buy an entire keyboard to then strip the switch and keycaps off, then this is a fantastic choice. As long as you don't mind the fact that you will be needing to keep stock on some AAA batteries. I'll rate this keyboard a 7 out of 10, putting the price into account of course, because this keyboard is just so much better value than the other video that I did a review on. The other keyboard cheaped out on the entire keyboard to make it $15, and the entire selling point of that keyboard is how cheap they were. Meanwhile, in this keyboard, they cheaped out on things that wouldn't affect the functionality, such as the switches, the keycaps, RGB, and the cable connection. Switches and keycaps can be got for very cheap, and not including them, meaning that you save some money just not buying stock keycaps that you might not want, and you get more choice to buy your own and find your own keycaps and switches. The connection itself uses a dongle, as I said before, and it has minimal delay, so connection with a cable is pretty much useless. Just mind the AA batteries. And RGB doesn't really add any functionality to the keyboard. Yeah, it looks pretty clean still, and I prefer no RGB, so yeah. Basically, this keyboard will give you more choices, and it is on sale for a very good price. For me, this keyboard just cuts a lot more corners in more logical places than the other one. But now that we're here, I would appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel. I don't upload much, but it will give me the motivation to upload more videos in the future. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in another video.